Let me check the audio once. I'm live. Yes, I'm live.
I'm live? Yes, I'm live.
Okay. So let people join, or should I start? Good evening to everyone. Happy New Year. Are you here? Happy New Year, Shravana. Okay. So let's start. I have two topics, and who was that? I think there is a comment. Happy New Year, Mantai. Okay. Um, so, yeah, where were? Oh, we were about to start. So today we have two topics. Firstly, we will discuss the um, situation in Yemen, what happened there, and then we will jump to the most important situation probably in the global politics right now. That is the China-Taiwan situation. And we will just a little bit will touch the mm, other topics also. Okay, so you guys can share your questions, and I will take that after the session. Okay, so let's start. The Yemen situation. What happened in Yemen? So before you understand what happened in Yemen, you have to understand the dynamics in Yemen. So you will have to first identify three parties. Okay, firstly the presidential party, which is the internationally recognized party in Yemen, which currently governs the northern part of the country. Then we have STC, the Southern Transitional Council, which is supports, we will talk about later. And this party wants to separate the southern Yemen from the mainland and make a new country. Then we have the Houthi rebels. Okay, these are the three parties in the country. So the first one, the presidential government, that is backed by the Saudi the Saudi kingdom. Okay, and then we have the STC, which is backed by UAE, and then we have Houthi rebels, who are, we all know, backed by uh, the Iran. Now remember, STC and the presidential party, the government of Yemen, both of them are against the Houthi rebels. They wants to throw them out of the country. But the problem is STC and the government is against each other also. That means a direct, not a direct, but an indirect clash between Saudi Arabia and UAE in another country. Okay, so what happened a few days ago? A cargo ship, which was you know coming from UAE to Yemen, sorry, which was coming from UAE to Yemen, was struck by Saudi Arabian Air Force. And Saudi Arabia um, claimed that this ship was carrying weapons and ammunitions for the STC. Now, this is not a new thing, but a very significant thing in the history in the decades of Yemen's history, because the country is already in turmoil because of the Houthi rebels, and a civil war backed by due to Saudi Arabia and UAE is will not be a very good thing for the future of Yemen. Okay, so this is the situation in Yemen, and why this is happening? Why so many um, countries are mm, doing this? Natural resources. If anything happening, if any fire is going on inside the Middle East, if any bullets is being fired other than in Israel and Palestine, if any bullets are being fired in the Middle East, is because of the natural resources. that is that is like a geopolitical irony which happened with this part of the world. Okay, so this is what is going on. Because of its natural resources, Yemen is being made a war ground, or a geopolitical uh, you know a geopolitical stage, or a chessboard, where once Saudi Arabia is moving their pieces, and then the UAE moving their pieces, and sometimes US and Israeli Air Force comes and bombs the Houthi rebels. N- Not all, not only um, um, not only the Houthi rebels, maybe some civilians also. Yeah, what questions? What question right now? By from Fly High. Okay. Which history do you refer to, Fly High? Which history do you refer? The modern history, or the history where it was a part of Ottoman Empire? If you wants to redefine, or if you wants to um, you know take that history, then not a lot of almost the whole Middle East will go under Turkey. Yeah, in case of peace, what can we do in Yemen is nothing, because if I am viewing from the glasses of an Indian, so I'm not that interested in Yemen, but we have many Indian citizens who are working in Yemen. So we want stability there, and how we can achieve that is by um, mediation, diplomacy, and nothing else. Now, what happened there? The strikes by Saudi, UAE then rejected those claims, and uh, Saudi was not happy about that. So both the parties who are actually who actually work together to against the Houthis in the region, in the country, um, went went just against each other. And so these kind of um you know events, like if there were real guns and ammunitions, which we will never know if there was in that ship, why there was, why, the question comes, where it will be used? Was it a plan of putting Yemen into a long civil war? Maybe. So this is not the solution. The only solution is by mediation, diplomacy, and putting Saudi Arabia, UAE, the STC, and the presidential government, which is the internationally recognized government, on the same table, and doing the mediation. I'm not counting the Houthi rebels in it, because they are rebels. They are not, um, you know, um, there should be not any. They're just terrorists. So I think I have delivered the answer you expected. No, and about redefining the borders of Yemen, yeah, we don't want that also. So yeah, we will have to talk, maybe giving more, more developing the southern part of the country more, and that is not possible right now because of the Houthi rebels, because the whole south of that country, of Yemen, comes under Houthi rebels. So that is not being possible because of that. If the Houthi rebels goes out of that country, if somehow US and Israel are able to do that, I think the situation will be a lot better. The STC's, what is the STC's uh, main motive is to cut the country into two halves, and give the southern part a recognition as a country. And if and what why? Because because the northern part is being governed by a democratically elected, or whatever it is, an internationally recognized government, but the southern part is under terrorist control. So the developments are not happening in the southern parts, in the southern part of the country. So take out the Houthi rebels, bring the four parties on a same table, um, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and uh, the other STC and the presidential government mediate, and let the country be a single one. Again, use that natural resources what Yemen has to develop the country's southern part. Okay, so that is the way we can do that. Okay, that goes for Yemen, and now we will look after the China Taiwan matter. So China is doing live fire drills near Taiwan, and during that they are releasing videos, photos, everything, to make the morale down of the Taiwanese people. And between all of that, a video comes from the Taiwanese side, the official handles of Taiwan and the media, where it shows that that a Taiwanese F-16 jet locked the J-16 of the um, Chinese Air Force, and that was a very very embarrassing situation for China. because J16 of China, as China claimed, is a very advanced play. Is a very advanced. Is a very advanced. Sorry, there was a call coming. A very advanced jet, which has anti-jamming systems and all, but an F-16, which is generation wise a lot older, locking that J16 mid air, and not once, 10 times. Do you got that? 10 times. An F-16 locking J16 of China 10 times in a single day. This is not a joke. So China will be embarrassed. They are. So live fire drills are going on, and recently China went into the exclusive economic zone of Philippines also, and they were being scotted out from there by the Filipino Navy Coast Guard. Um, so the year end and the 2026 starting has not been very dignified for the Chinese military from because of Taiwan and Philippines. So this is what is going on in South China Sea, and the conflict between China and Taiwan, it is now inevitable within 2 to 3 years. The question is, will China be the second Russia, or Taiwan be the second Ukraine? Means, will China be engaged in Taiwan like Russia is in Ukraine? If that happens, that would be a great opportunity for us to take back Aksai Chin. Now, I am not saying anything that India will do that, but if we want, we can, as um, Taiwan won't let China to win very like without fight. Taiwan will give a good fight, but the problem is they can't win. Uh, Taiwan doesn't have the cards. If I quote Donald Trump, Taiwan doesn't have the cards to win. Sorry, Taiwan doesn't have the cards to win against China. But what they can do is weaken the Chinese military so much that somehow China breaks apart um, the uh, uh, I think East Turkmenistan, if I'm not wrong, the Inner Mongolia, Tibet, they all, breaks apart, and that would be the best situation India can think of, because, as we know, we are a defensive country. We don't attack anyone. We don't have the history of attacking anyone. So this is what is going on in China and Taiwan in the South China Sea. And the other topics which we have is the Bangladesh Pakistan, the Bangladesh claims um, on the Ganga River. They are now claiming to the water of Ganga River, and they want to die. I can say just that Bangladesh has no planning of being alive. They just wants to be killed by India. Okay, that is what Bangladesh is claiming, asking for to happen to them. Um, and that is it, I think. Anything else? Any questions? If you have. No more comments? I can see some comments. watching, watching. How many watching? Watching. How it is one. I'm watching, you are watching. How it is one? Okay. Okay. Sorry. Um, maybe. Okay. Um, so I think that is all for today. Mm, we have discussed what is happening in Yemen and China. A video will be coming of the history archives, where we'll be discussing the recently viral um, India-Pakistan passport. Okay, the spoiler for the next video, and more live sessions are aligned. We will coming live very frequently now, as we are doing, and videos will be regular. That is all. And obviously, if you like the live session, hit that button, do subscribe, and join me on my other social media platforms where I share details about which I can't make videos. Good night, Yorick. Happy New Year. So that is it. Signing off. Jai Hind.